Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to Eight Letters Live. We're here for another fantastic book, and of course, a wonderful, wonderful author. I have met her, and we've worked together closely. And I've seen her. I've seen the rest of the poems in her book. I have read the book actually, and I one thing I can tell you, one thing I can tell you, I really, really love this collection of poems. Okay, so I think there's a problem with Facebook. So let's see. I think the broadcast was deleted on Facebook. So if you're watching from YouTube, or if you can still see this on Facebook, you can switch to YouTube and just tune in using that platform. All right. So I don't know what happened. Okay. Anyway, so let's see. We're going to share this on Facebook after the broadcast, but in the meantime, we are going to. I think it's not showing in one group, okay? But if you can still see this on Facebook, then great. Okay, it's awesome. All right, now to continue again. As I was saying, I've read the poems from this collection, and one thing that I can guarantee is that the poems in this collection will help you reminisce reminisce your past. It will, of course there are hugot, there are kilig things, okay, but the thing that separates this collection from the rest of the books I've read, perhaps in my lifetime, is that the poems are raw. Okay, as in super raw. Like one poem can give you mixed feelings. At that feeling na para kang nasuntok or nasampal ng katotohanan. That's the approach. That's what happened to me when I read the book. So if you want to know more about this book, and if you want to get to know the author, stay tuned to this live broadcast. Please share this broadcast in your pages. Okay, please use the hashtags Eight Letters Books and Musings by Ri. So there's a bit of a revelation na kung sino yung author natin today. Okay? Our author is none other than Ri Madrigal. I am going to pull her up. Hello, Ri. Good afternoon.
Hi, Miss Chris. Good afternoon.
How are you? How are things going?
I'm good. Thank you so much for that kind of introduction. I know you saw the book from the first time I sent you the draft, so it means so much to me. Your kind words. Thank you so much, Miss Chris.
Thank you also kasi talaga naman na, honest din talaga ha. Talagang yun yung naramdaman ko. And well, more on that later. Okay, kasi baka mas-spoil natin yung sa mga nakikinig. Okay, there are comments already from Angela. Switch to FB Live. Okay, Wolfgang, congratulations. Wolfgang says, hi, Wolfgang Madrigal. Okay. And there's Elijah Kurt. Let's go, Queen Ree. Gusto ko yon, Queen Ree. All right. Now, Ree, is this your first published material?
Yes, Miss Chris. It's
Hmm.
it's really the baby. So I went through such birth pains through this book, and I'm really thankful to you and to the whole amazing team of Eight Letters for helping me throughout my journey.
Thank you. I mean, yun naman talaga yung mission namin, to help you guys to publish your book, and kung saan-saan man makarating yung book mo, 'di ba? Mas maganda. Now, since this is your first publication, no, let's talk about those birthing pains. Okay? From the conception to the writing, then to the actual publishing, no? From the dirty work that we did. Kamusta? Ano yung sabi mo na pinaka na-enjoy mo na pain? Parang masakit pero okay lang. And then what was like the I would say the hardest part? Parang antagal, nag-struggle ka talaga doon.
Um, Miss Chris, actually, this book was, parang ang tagal na niya talaga in my mind. But I think anyone naman could relate to the struggle that sometimes you're just really afraid to begin. You're just really scared and you tend to overthink things. Like, personally, I don't know anything about publishing. I just know that I love writing so much ever since I was a kid. But it just came to a point that I write and write, and I write a lot, and it's all in uh, a lot of Word documents. And I just I just came to the conclusion that when am I going to make this a reality, really, because I've always wanted to see my writings in a physical book. So yeah, I think yung pinaka na-enjoy ko na part ng process is just really um, yung winning the battle over myself, over my own insecurities, I guess, and yung my own struggles na pag-overthink ng mga bagay-bagay, and finally seeing it come to life right now, and having the book in my hands yet soon enough. That's the part that I enjoyed the most.
Parang ano eh, no? If you've heard of imposter syndrome, yung parang, can I finish this? Can
Yes,
I do this? Diba?
yes,
Author ba
that's
ba
true.
ako matatawag? Yung mga ganyan, diba?
Yes, yes.
Lalo na for first timers, diba? That's the usual ano eh, mindset na wala naman akong awards, hindi naman ako graduate ng creative writing, mga ganyan. But
That's
anong
true.
kay ko to publish a book? Pero, you have the talent eh. I mean, you have the skill, you have the talent, and not just that, you have the experience. Kaya nga sabi ko, ang raw nung pagkakasulat. It's very simple, guys. Very, very simple. The language is simple, but it's sincere. And, you know, when you read it, makaka-relate ka talaga. Pero kahit na, say, for example, you didn't have that exact experience as in the book, pero pag nabasa mo yun, parang it will kind of trigger something, it will trigger a memory, and that's one of the things that will make you muse or contemplate about your own experience. It bridges kasi the gap between your experience as the writer and then the experience of your readers, no? So kahit ba wala kayong exact na experience, mabibridge yun ng libro mo eh. Kasi yun yung, I think,
Thank you.
beauty, no, yung libro mo. Kaya tutuwa talaga ako nung nababasa ko yung mga poems mo. So, ano naman yung parang, yung struggle. Let's use the metaphor of panganganak na. Parang, ang hirap ni Ire, diba? Ano ba to? What's that
Uh,
for you?
It's really the zero knowledge in publishing, Miss Chris. I know you know this personally. I had a lot of rookie questions. Yun nga, I just have my writings. That's all that I have, and I'm really not much into technicalities. So, ayun, again and again, I'd like to thank you, Miss Cindy, Miss Hyacinth, and the Eight Letters team for helping me go through that. I honestly enjoyed it as well kasi I didn't know na may ganun pala talaga, that you edit it out, and then yung sequencing natin when we're working on it, even dun sa artworks, etc. So yun yung pinaka struggle for me, but I enjoyed it. I know that it's also part of the journey, and I look forward. Who knows? This is not the first and last. Hopefully.
Ay, sana naman talaga, no? Manganak, ayan,
Mga
yung
anak pa
metaphor
ulit.
natin. Manganak pa ng maraming libro yan. I'm sure, kumbaga sa TV series, magkakaroon ng maraming spin-off. Si Angela may gusto siyang sabihin, pero siguro kung nasa ano
Uh-huh.
tayo, kasi nasa book launch tayo, so we're gonna be a little bit more formal. Pero pag in-invite kita, Risa, author talks, sa Infinite Talks, yan. Babalikan ko to sinasabi ni Angela na kung alam, flash natin, kung alam lang nila, okay, in bold letters, okay, Musings by Ri. Natutuwa ako dyan. At talagang may queen, ano? Bakit kaya? Ano yung, matanong ko lang, ano? May kwento ba to? May connection ba to sa libro? Yung tinatawag ka na ng
I
queen?
don't know. I think these are my. Actually, I am Miss Chris. I'm a professor with, it's a profession group. So I think these are my wonderful
Hmm.
students.
Na
Really
all,
supporting
grabe.
me.
Nakakatuwa. Iyon, isa pa yun, Ri. Kasi, how do you separate or kung hindi pa nangyayari ngayon, ano, how do you plan to separate your writing life and then your professional life? Parang, meron ka bang ganong plans or parang, like, you want to be known as Reed, the author, pero at some point, parang hindi mo maihiwalay yung image mo na you're this, you have a profession, okay, may iba ka pang role sa buhay.
Um, I think that's also one of the reasons, Miss Chris, that I wanted to maintain yung sort of anonymity. But although my circle of friends, and I have a very small circle of friends, they know that this is me. No? Pero there is a certain comfort to it. There's a certain security na parang you can uh, go to this persona, hindi naman like an alternate personality, but you can go to this, you can wear the writer hat, the Ri hat, when you just feel like expressing yourself totally without any inhibitions or without, fear of prejudice. So that's it for me. I really wanted to keep it separate for now. I don't know. Things are always bound to change naman. But right now, it's parang a sanctuary for me. So I like it. I like how things are going right now with this kind of anonymity, so to speak.
Okay din 'yun, eh, okey din 'yan kasi may mystique, may mystery, may intrigue, 'di ba? It creates curiosity. So, I think tamang timpla lang din 'yan, 'yan. Ang daming nagko-comment na rin tuloy, "Tunay na queen, love that." Ayan, maraming salamat sa viewers. Keep on sharing, please. Okay, now let's talk about the book itself and then the collection, the poems. Okay. So, nung nabanggit mo kanina yung sequencing and that of course, when we first worked on the book, diba, nakita ni Cindy, tapos finorward sa team, um, it's just really like that. Poems,
Mhm.
poems and poems and poems. Ganon, no?
Yes.
These were written, say, na hiwa-hiwalay. Tama ba? Parang when you wrote this, wala ka naman in your mind na parang one day susulat ako ng libro at pagsasama-samahin ko siya.
Wala, Miss
How
Chris,
did you do
honestly.
this? Hmm.
Honestly, wala akong ganun. I just try it whenever I can.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I write my own experiences, but there was also a time that I wrote about other people's stories when they share to me, and I put it on my perspective. So I just write whenever I can. Sometimes even in the middle of boring Zoom meetings, ideas come to
I
mind
love that.
while I'm driving. So because Miss Chris, I really have a horrible memory talaga. So I also believe in the saying, diba, that the strongest memory is really weaker than the palest ink. So I tend to write. I don't want it to parang lumipas. So yon, I didn't really think that one day um I'll publish a book out of it, but that's what I know. I have a collection. I have a lot of yun nga, random poems and writings. So sabi ko, why not make this the book itself? So yun.
Actually, yun nga din yung parang magic, ano. Like, may mga tao na, may mga na-meet na rin ako like you na, they just wrote, say, during their free time, pagkatapos, di nila nare-realize, so yung dami na pala, naka 100 na sila, then they published it. Versus may mga tao naman na, for example, me personally, meron akong sa submission na parang, oh, kailangan maglibro to. But actually, hindi siya na nagiging, hindi siya nag-manifest kasi parang masyadong rigid yung gano'n, no? So hanggang sa wala na ako natatapos. Pero ikaw, hinayaan mo lang siya mag-flow. I think there's the
Yes.
beauty in that. It just let it flow hanggang sa hindi mo na nare-realize, at mo na palang naisusulat. Okay. Now, pinanggit mo kanina, you have, some of these are experiences ng ibang tao, experiences mo. How did you, so what was your artistic process there na, say, putting yourself in the shoes of other people?
I love listening.
Na-imagine ka ba? In-imagine mo ba? No, kunwari ako siya, mga ganon.
Actually, it's more of Miss Chris, but I love listening kasi to people's stories. My friends, ayan, usually my students, they confide sometimes. It, parang it's just processing it uh, based on how they feel. It's really beautiful when you listen wholeheartedly, like when you listen to understand and not to just reply to the person or give your opinion. Parang you really try to understand what this person is feeling, why, what drives him to have this kind of emotions. So that's what I try to do. And yun nga, isa sa comment mo kanina, Miss Chris, na that it's very raw. The pieces are very raw and they're very honest. I'm not really much into, I would admit that, into the technicalities of poetry and prose, but it's the feelings that I wish to convey that when the readers no nabasa nila to, they could, yun nga, they could relate somehow. It could trigger a memory, it could trigger a feeling din sa kanila. Um, Yun, that's what I hope to achieve lang ko with the writings in the book.
Yun nga yung medyo curious din ako eh. Kasi, if you're, I mean, if you listen to understand, okay, not
Mhm.
everybody's capable of that, ano? You listen to understand and you try to feel what others are feeling. Didn't that kind of affect you? Say, how did you identify, say, while you were writing that, oh, this is the experience, or this is the emotion of, say, my student or my friend? Hindi siya nag-ano, never ba nangyari sa'yo na parang, na-blur yung line na parang, ay, parang ako na yata to, ay, parang feelings ko na yata to,
Honestly,
gano'n.
minsan, Chris, parang di ba hindi mo maiwasan that.
Oo.
Medyo meron kang sariling hugot about that.
Oo,
Pero,
oo.
yun
Paano
nga.
mo nabalanse yun?
Um, I still try to go back to the actual moment wherein nakapagkwentuhan kami about that, or but yeah, minsan meron talaga may pasingit-singit. I have to be honest about that as well. Mostly though are my own experiences in the past years. Medyo struggle for me the past few years. So yeah, yeah. Mostly naman are my own.
Hugot tayo dyan, Hugot tayo sa sinasabi na mostly your own. Okay. Magkakaroon tayo, guys, bago tayo bumalik dun sa tanungan, no? We will resume our Q&A. Dito muna tayo sa patikim. No? We'll have a
Oh,
teaser of the poems. So, kahit na dalawa, tatlo lang. Pero, ang challenge, Ri, it's like tell us that this happened to you without tell us that this happened to you. Parang ganun siya. Diba? Bahala na kung may kakilala ka or may estudyante ka na napagkwentuhan mo na makpipinpoint nila, ay, ito yun. Nakwento na to or nangyari na to kay Miss Ri or kay Queen Ri or ganyan, sa friend ko. Pero magbabanggit ka ng siguro dalawa o tatlong poems na specifically focuses or shows an pwedeng poignant, pwedeng most painful na experience or memory mo. Yan.
oh
Yan.
gosh. Meron palang
Okay.
ganun. Akala ko like ano lang, random.
Surprise!
So, ngayon naghahanap
Meron
ako
tayong
dun sa book.
surprise! Ayan, sige. Pero kasi at least hindi naman nila depende na yan kung nakwento. At least makikiliti yung imahinasyon. Ano? So, ano kaya yung nangyari kay Miss Rin? Dito sa libro na to, itong poem na to, may ganon. Sige, game. Kahit dalawa lang. Sige, let's
Sige,
try.
basta talaga naman si Miss Chris. This one is about, I don't know, a lot would probably relate to this one because we've been in the same situation. So here it goes. Befriend the pain. The deeper your wounds, the deeper you'll delve into depths of yourself, meeting your demons, embracing them and their existence. And when you emerge from the abyss of emptiness, struggling but healing, you'll know your worth and exactly what you deserve. Yeah, that's it, Chris.
Napaano ko doon, hay! When you, di ko nakabisa yung what do you call that, the poem, pero I took keywords, no, from what you said, diba? Na parang, after certain experiences,
Mhm.
no matter how painful, eventually they will lead you to finding your worth. Natuwa naman ako kasi nag-align yan sa mga sinasabi ng stars. Sa sinasabi ng astrology, may mga pag-ganyan-ganyan sila. Hindi totoo yun, no? I mean, for the listeners, no, for the viewers natin, na sa umpisa, pero yung mga experiences natin na parang isusumpa mo. Parang, why did this happen to me? Meron pa tayong mga, why God? Why me? May mga ganun tayo. But without us realizing na. merong plano for you. I mean, this is leading you somewhere. Merong gusto ipa-realize sa'yo. For example, ano maganda example dyan, Amri? Can you say that this is for relationships as well?
Yes, Miss Chris. Parang
Yes.
kasi it's like a twin for me, love and
Mm.
hurt. So parang when you see it as pain as a friend, kasi yun yung parang point ng poem. Parang you welcome it in a way, even negative
Mm.
emotions, even negative feelings, you welcome it, you sit with it, and that's the only time that you could let it go. I believe once you have processed it yourself.
In I don't know if you guys know the lingo of healers, mga ganyan. Parang yung pain, we also call it shadow. Parang ganun din yung idea na if you embrace your shadows, the darkness in yourself, not the evil part of yourself, but more of the
Mhm.
pain, the traumas, mga ganyan. Instead of avoiding or escaping them, once you've embraced them, and as you were saying, Ri, na parang you sit down with it, you befriend the pain, it becomes easier also. Processing it becomes easier than trying to escape the problem. So,
Mhm.
tandaan niyo yan kung meron kayong toxic relationships, guys. Tandaan niyo yan, toxic friendship, toxic
Ah,
relationships,
that's
toxic
true.
careers. Ayan, diba? You just,
Toxic careers,
toxic
yes.
careers. Yes, alam na alam yan. Okay, so, when yung takbuhan ng problema, you'll have to sit with the pain. Why is this happening to me? And then, eventually, when you emerge, sabi nga ni Ri at ni Angela, quote natin, you will know your worth. Para, should I be doing this? So, baka pwede na akong mag-move forward. Correct? Yan.
Mhm.
Okay, meron ko ba isa?
Meron, Miss Chris. Ayan,
Okay,
this
sige,
one. Ay,
sige.
pag
One more, one more. Okay.
naghahanap ako eh. This one. It's a bit optimistic naman. Ayan, after the medyo sad tone. Okay. Your heart is yours and yours alone. And even if it breaks into 1,000 other pieces, believe that you can always find each one to piece together each shard a lesson, each crack a reminder. You are priceless. You need not seek your worth. Thank you, Miss Chris.
Akala natin, pag pinakinggan mo, akala mo it's totally different from the first one. But actually, they go together. They go together. Pero iba ng context, di ba? Parang ito naman is, magandang example nito, break up, okay? yung kanina, nandun ka pa. Pero ngayon, kapag break na, yan, in pieces ka na, okay. Tutuwa naman ako, nagkaroon ng kwento. Okay, tapos,
Oo.
oo, siyempre 'di ba, 'pag may iniiwan tayo, "Ano ba mali ko? Oh, what's that film? What's that film? Kapalit-palit ba ako?" Whatever. There's a celebrity who said that, "Kapalit-palit ba ako?" Ganyan. So, sometimes you don't even have to ask those questions because, you know, there is a lesson in each relationship. There's a lesson. Natutuwa naman ako. Hala, in-explain ko na. But that's how that's how should I say this? The collection, the poems kasi, they're unique. They're very okay, very magiging word yan.
Yung
No? Iko-coin
adjective na.
natin yan. Yes, yes. We have to read it or something. Very okay. Pero, they're also, universal. Kaya nga sabi ko kanina, if you get to read this book, kahit hindi mo na-experience, it will trigger something in you eh. Yeah, sinasabi na ni Patricia, hits right in the feels. Correct. Tama yun. At may umiiyak na si Elijah, crying in Abu Dhabi. Wow! Wow, nakakarating na yung libro mo sa Abu Dhabi. Wala pang physical copy yun, ha? Launch pa lang yun. That's what we're talking about. Pag nasa 8 letters kayo, you'll go places. So, ayan na nga sinasabi ko. May mga umiiyak na. Okay. Kasi talagang, um, may ipaparamdam sa yung libro eh. Kaya, you know what? Yung libro mo kahit na thematic, I mean, there are, di ba, there's a category for the poems, no? They're thematic. They don't sound redundant eh. Because each poem hits a different note. I don't know if you guys can Parang if that's something na narinig nyo na before. But each poem hits a different note. Kahit na iisa sila ng tugtugin. So, hindi mo pagsasawaan yung libro. This is something na I can attest to. Sabi ni Patricia, it takes a strong person to write like this. Can you re-explain or tell us where you're getting the strength? Yan ang sinasabi ko na nga, be. Wait, huwag mo sasabi niya.
My faith, I guess, Miss Chris, plays a really big role in all of it. Kasi when you are, and I honestly can say that I've reached that point talaga na rock bottom. Na parang there's no way to go talaga but just i-cherish mo na kasi nandito ka na talaga sa pinakamababa. And that feeling na you have the total meaning of surrender, kasi we always say that you surrender everything to God or to a higher being that you believe in, kung ano man yan, kung sino man yan, di ba? Parang it's very easy to say that, but the experience for me was just like totally not knowing what to do anymore, but to surrender and fully trust. And naging totoo yun sa akin, Miss Chris. I don't mean to sound na parang very biblical at this point. Pero there was this beautiful verse, di ba, that when you're at your weakest, you're actually your strongest. And I personally experienced that. So I think that's where I draw the strength from. Acknowledging that this is a beautiful life, even if a lot of times I thought otherwise. Kasi it was given to you. You have the privilege of living it, actually. So you just have to parang take each day, each step, parang one day at a time lang. Na when you feel so overwhelmed by the big picture, na you feel so uncertain about tomorrow, di ba? Parang you just one day at a time, just one day at a time. Parang that's the mantra, that's where the strength came from. Ang hirap. Parang hirap hindi maging emotional bigla.
Yun nga yung sinasabi ko, di ba? Ang hirap magpigil. Pag tulad yan, kinukwenta mo pa na siya or ini-explain mo siya. Pero, yun na, di ba? Para lumalabas eh. Parang, yun yung, I don't see it na parang, wala, nakakayak tong libro na to. Ayoko na tong basahin. Actually, para ito yung daan. Actually, you need to read this book if you're having a hard time processing your feelings. You need to read this book because this book will show you how to process it. Okay, yan. So, natutuwa ako kasi meron akong mga, parang may metaphor dyan eh, labyrinth, di ba? You're the labyrinth, or sabi mo nga, you rock bottom, and sometimes, the only thing you need, because if you can't control what's on the outside, you can only control what's on the inside. And yun nga, you take one step at a time. Alam mo, Ri, pwede ka maging coach. Ako na din sabi sa'yo, pwede yan. Dahil 30 minutes lang tayo, magta-27 minutes na. So, hanggang dito natin gagawin yung book launch. Isang tanong na lang. Okay, Ri, anong gusto mong key takeaway, ng mga nagbabasa, itong mga nagko-comment sa'yo dito? Anong gusto mong that one line or one lesson or one nugget of wisdom that you want them to see or realize upon reading your book?
That life is beautiful. Na no matter the pain and no matter the struggle, and yun nga, kasi minsan mahirap makita yun. There are days na it's not all sunshines talaga and rainbows. And what I want them to see when they read this book, that it's normal to go through dark phases. I actually wrote that in the foreword, no? Kasi the metaphor of the moon, na it goes through a lot of phases, right? But still, at every turn, it glows and it shines. So, minsan it's empty, minsan it's a full moon, but it just keeps on revolving. It just keeps on doing its thing, and it's just as beautiful every time we look at it, right? Every time we just stare at it in the night sky, it's just as beautiful. So, I think that's the message, that life is beautiful. You are beautiful as an individual, diba? You never ever doubt yourself that you are worthy of love.
Lakas ng divine feminine energy, my goodness, with the use of the moon, the phases, the messaging. Para dun sa mga bagong kakapanood pa lang ito and you have not yet seen me, I am the marketing strategist of 8 letters. No? So, ha ha ha, dami ko na naiisip habang nagkukwentuhan tayo, Ri. And I do feel, I have a strong feeling, siguro baka next month or so one of these days, we might have a talk again. What about we'll have relationship talks or something like that? Mag-story na talaga, no? Yung una natin yan, gagawa natin yan.
Sure,
Talagang
sure,
ako,
Miss
gagawa
Chris.
ako. Kasi I feel like we cannot contain this in 30 minutes. I think there should be a part 2 or something or parang a spin-off chikahan about this na probably not about the book itself but
Yes,
pwedeng yung lessons or ganyan. So
yes.
feeling ko, dudumugin ka ulit like what's happening now. Sabi ni Angela, lakas ng queen vibes. Oo, oo. I would say queen or goddess vibes. Yeah, something like that.
Talaga itong mga friends
Kakatuwa,
mo.
kakatuwa. Yeah. I don't wanna delve too much into the symbolism archetypes kasi mapupunta tayo sa ibang dimension. But if you're getting what I'm saying, like moon is she knows what she's talking about. And the foreword is beautiful. The foreword is beautiful. parang
Thank
parang
you, Miss
poetic
Chris.
din yung forward eh. Basta may ina-explain siya doon, syempre hindi ko i-spill. Meron siyang mensahe doon na forward pa lang yan. You wait until you see the rest of the book. Now, how much does this cost, Rick?
That's 380 pesos po, Miss
Okay.
Chris.
380 pesos for the feels, for the iyakan, okay, for, how should I say this? The indirect coaching. I feel it. Ganun siya eh. Parang it's gonna help you guys process whatever happened to you. So, kaya I'm saying it's like indirect coaching. Okay? Hindi yun ang mission, pero para nagiging ganon yung tumakbo niya because of how it's presented, how it was written. It's really beautifully written. Ayan na, for the life coaching and inspiration. We're giving you ideas, Ri. We're giving you ideas. We're giving you these, mga pakonti-konti ideas, parang, tweets, ganyan. Hello, hello. Ideas, ideas. So how can you take this further? Okay, and of course, we'll be waiting for your next book. Ayan. Will be you just stay tuned to 8 letters, guys, because we'll be showing ads pa rin, okay, like if this is available now for ordering, and I think it is, no, I think it is available for pre-order, and for 380 pesos this will be up on the website, I think. Okay, Ryan says if you are you may pre-order the book by filling out this form. Okay, so you can also message Ri Madrigal or 8 letters if you want to pre-order the book. Okay, you can send us a DM sa aming official 8 letters page. And then, Ri, where can people get in touch with you? Do you have a Facebook page or Instagram at least?
Facebook lang, Miss Chris. So right now,
Okay,
it's just Ri. R-I. Very,
Ri na
very,
that's okay.
that's
So
it. I didn't even put
wala
his
ka
name.
namang kapareho ng
Wala,
Facebook
miss.
page. Okay.
Surprisingly. So yeah.
Okay, sige, Re. Okay, FB. So if you want to get in touch with Re, like, may nagtatanong kasi kanina kung saan na daw pwede i-sign. So maybe you can have that arranged with Re.
Yes.
You just let her know pag nag-pre-order kayo. Thank you so much, Re. I enjoy this talk, And
Thank
each talk
you.
naman I enjoy, but iba-iba rin sila ng level, iba-iba ng intensity. And yours is, I feel like I'm talking to a sister. I'm talking to a
Oh, thank
sister,
you,
na
Miss
parang tayo
Chris.
nasa kapihan lang, ganyan. And then nagtatawanan tayo. So I feel like sa ibang pagkakataon na mas chill ang ating atmosphere, 'di ba? Kasi this is the first time. And usually pag first time talaga medyo ano pa yan, may kaba, may
That's
ganon.
true.
Sa
Kabado.
susunod na may invite ka namin, relaxing yung atmosphere, tawa na lang tayo ng tawa.
Yes.
I'm sure na marami tayong mapapag-usapan. Ayan, thank you so much. I think may nagpapasa si Ryan,
Thank you, Miss Chris.
www.facebook.com/rewrites.vi. Ayan, thank you so much.
Thank
Update
you,
na yan to
thank
Queen.
you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much
Thank
for tuning
you. Thank you so
in.
much po.
Bye-bye,
Thank you, Miss
guys, and see you
Chris.
next next time. Okay, bye bye.
Bye, Miss Chris. Thank you.